Good evening, friends. Let us talk about the component of money supply. Till now, we have studied what is money, what are different principles of note issue, what are the different methods in which notes are issued, what is currency, what is fiat money, what is fiduciary money. We have all studied till now. Now, let us move back or let us move forward with respect to supply of money. We all know why money is used for, what are the functions of money. It's a medium of exchange, store of value, unit of account, and so on and so forth. So, because of these reasons, money is supplied. In other words, money supply means issue of money, right? Issue of money by the central bank authority of any country. In our case, it is RBI. So, what do you mean by supply of money? There are two aspects of supply of money. There are two ways or two perspectives of understanding what is money. In the first case, it is total stock of money that is available. The word important here is available. Total stock of money available with public or society for use in connection with economic activity of the country. Total stock of money available with the public for use or for utilization in connection with what? Economic activity. If you remember, what is economic activity? Production, distribution and consumption of goods and services. This is what we call it as economic activity. Any money that is available with the public in use with production of goods and services, distribution of goods and services or consumption of goods and services is what we call it as supply of money. Now here, this is that money that is issued as legal tender, which is called as fiat money, right? This is the legal currency. This is the legal tender that is available with the public for use in connection with economic activity, right? To undertake economic activities like production, distribution and consumption of goods and services, whatever legal money, whatever money that is issued by RBI, which is called as fiat money, is what we call it as supply of money, right? This is one way in which the money is with the public and accordingly it is supplied. The other one is, this is money with the public for use. This is total stock of money held by the public at large, right? It's called as fiduciary money in the form of demand deposits with the public. Like held by the public means what? Say for example, I might be having some fixed deposits in the bank. I might be having some time deposits with the bank. Fixed deposits, my money is fixed in the bank, my money is being saved, held by the bank on my behalf, and it is going to give me that money back after some time at a certain rate of interest. That is what we call it as fixed deposit, or in other words, time deposits. Whenever there are certain deposits wherein I place my money in the bank, which is given to me back on demand, right? That is what we call it as fiduciary money. I am keeping my money with the financial institution based on trust, right? So, this is also supply of money. Here the money is used, here the money is held. Here the money is used for economic activity, here the money is held to overcome or to reduce the effects of inflation, to save for the future, to meet unforeseen circumstances. So the perspective of supply of money, in both the cases, the money is being supplied. Here the money is being supplied to be used. Here the money is being supplied to be held. So this money is called as fiat money. It is issued by legal authority. This is the money which is held by the public, which is held by financial institutions on behalf of the public based on trust. Right? So this is called as fiduciary money. This is fiat money. So both the monies are being issued by the Central Bank of India or Central Bank of any nation, that is here in this case Reserve Bank of India. This is, we'll see further, this is M1 money, this is M2 money. Right? What is that? M1, currency issued by the banks, currency being used by the public, and coins being minted by the RBI and coins held by the used by the public. Now, supply of money is based on what? Sectoral demands for money by public. Every sector has specific requirements and accordingly the money is being issued. Right? Say for example, if you want to take the case of automobile sector. Now, automobile sector requires money for buying and selling of vehicles, right? Or to carry out the production. So depending upon the sectoral demands, is the money being required to be used for creating assets, creating goods, creating services? Every sector has specific requirements. Like for example, e-commerce platforms, they require money not in physical form but in the form of electronic payments. So accordingly the money asset value or the money asset is created and it is utilized. Whatever that is being done is what we call it as supply of money. Even which money is not included in money supply? Money held by banks, financial institutions, government, not included in money supply. Why this is not included in money supply? Is because money held by banks, whose money? Public money, right? So that money is taken into account beforehand only. That is called as fiduciary money. So hence it is not again taken on first. The money that is held by the public, that is taken into account. That same money is kept where? In banks. So hence it is not taken into consideration on banks' balance sheet. Financial institutions, similarly, banks, any depository account and depository institutions like that, and government. Because why government? Government is the sole authority or the sole enabler of printing of currency. So here, this is what we try to understand by supply of money. Now this supply of money, this is a concept that I am trying to explain. What is supply of money? Total stock of money available with the public for use in connection with economic activity. Total stock of money held by the public. One is the money which you use. For example, out of salary, some money you keep aside to undertake economic activity, to consume something, right? That is what we call it as fiat money, right? Some money you keep aside and save it in banks. That is what we call it as fiduciary money. So both the money have a certain sense of value attached to it. Though equally true, both are in forms of money, but here it is in use, it is in held. So if you want to promote consumption, if you want to promote economic activity, what does the RBI do? RBI either prints money or pumps money into the economic system. This is undertaken generally during the times of recession. If recession is happening, what does the government do? The government reduces the rates of interest on fiduciary money so that this money that is being held by the public comes back into the system for consumption. People spend, and hence the economy starts moving. These are little tweaks that the government or the RBI keeps on making. Only thing is that, in simple terms, the economy is growing only when the money is in circulation. The economy stops or goes into recession when the money is not in circulation. So to keep the money in circulation, sometimes the interest rates are increased here, sometimes the interest rates are reduced, sometimes to promote economic activity, the interest rates on loans is reduced, sometimes to slow down, the interest rates are increased. That's all for now. Thank you. Take care.